What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing a recipe I've never done before, which is jerk chicken. I've looked up this recipe. I've seen many different recipes, and I've kind of twerked it, as I normally do, to make it my own. And so I have all the ingredients in front of me here. I have 3 pounds of chicken here. Right here, I've already washed it and cleaned it. And I'm getting ready to, I don't have the jerk seasoning. You can buy it already made. But I decided to try it, for the first time, to mix everything homemade and just do it on my own. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. And I'm going to show you guys everything that is included in this recipe. Let's just stay tuned in. And thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope you guys are having a great day. So this recipe, it calls for a lot of ingredients. Some of it I am kind of going to make it my own and put my own little touch to it, and I'll show you that and let you know that part when I get to it. Okay, so the first thing, like I said, we have 3 pounds of chicken here. I've already washed it and cleaned it. I have, this recipe calls for, what's my onion at? Let me show you the dry ingredients. It calls for black pepper, cinnamon. It calls for allspice, but instead of doing allspice, I'm going to use this jerk seasoning. You can smell the allspice in it, so it's got like a very good smell to it. I guess taste, I don't know until I try it. It also calls for cumin. Didn't know how you pronounce that. And ground ginger. It also calls for nutmeg, so people can use. You can ground your own fresh nutmeg. It calls for soy sauce, but this is the closest thing that I have to soy sauce. It's very good. It's low in sodium. It calls for salt. I have kosher salt here. It calls for mint or garlic. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 garlic cloves here. I've already washed and peeled and everything here. So it also calls for brown sugar. It calls for thyme. I have fresh thyme as well as a little bit of this thyme, grounded thyme here. I just add just a little bit of that in there as well. It calls for onion. I have an onion here, a yellow onion. This is a medium onion. I've cut it in half. Or this is a large onion that I've cut in half. And I'm going to continue chopping it up in the mixer on my processor. It calls for a green onion here. Okay, and it calls for lime juice. I have almost 1/4 cup of lime juice here. Yeah. Okay, and it also calls for habanero peppers. I don't have that, and I didn't want it too spicy because we don't like a lot of spice here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these diced jalapeno peppers. Like I said, you can make it your own, and since we don't like a whole lot of spice, I'm just going to put just a couple of tablespoons of that inside of it, so that'll take the place of the habanero peppers. And then this is just a little bit of seasoning that I had left over from the other day when I cooked. I don't want it to go to waste, so I'm going to mix that in with everything as well. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we have to make the sauce. Okay, so, like I said, I have my chicken here. It's already been washed and cleaned. I'm going to put just a little bit in at a time, because I don't want to take out my big mixer and put everything in. And I could puree this with my KitchenAid. So what I'm going to put half of it in now, mix it up, pour it out, and then I'll put the other half in it and blend everything up. Once everything is all blended up, then I'll bring you guys back. Well, matter of fact, let me let you guys stay tuned in for just a second. So the first thing we're going to do is put in our onion. Okay, let's put our onion in here, y'all. Make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, go ahead and put in our onion and get this chopped up. Let's start out with that. And we'll put in our green onion. And then we add in our garlic cloves here. Let's see if I can go ahead and fit all this onion in here. That way we have that part taken care of. So we have the green onion, we have the yellow onion, and we have the garlic cloves in here. We're gonna mix this up, blend this up, and I'll bring you guys back and we add the rest of it in there. I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, you guys, when I'm back, so I've blended up my onions, my green onions, yellow onions, and my garlic, and this is what it looks like, okay? So let's go ahead and add in our other ingredients. Just wanna get everything put in here. We're gonna add in our, let's put this in. This, like I said, I'm gonna use a couple of tablespoons of this right here. Not much. I know my family don't like a lot of spice, so. It smells good though, I tell you. Put some of that juice in there. Hear my husband now. You know I don't like spicy food. Okay, so now let's add in the lemon juice. All right. We're going to add in black pepper, and I'm going to wing it. Let's add in our black pepper here. Maybe a couple of tablespoons of each. Let's add in our cinnamon. This is a unique recipe. It's different, but I think it's going to be good. Okay. Let's add in our cumin. Just a little bit of that. Not too much, because that's a potent herb. Let's add in our ginger here. Just a little bit of that. Let's add in just a little bit of nutmeg, not much. Maybe half a teaspoon of that. Let's add in some salt. Too much salt. It smells good already, you guys. Oh, God. Okay, let's add in our thyme. That's the fresh thyme. And we're also going to do this here. Just a little bit of this. Let's do maybe about a teaspoon, half a teaspoon of that. Okay, what are we missing now? Let's add in my seasoning from the other day. Not gonna hurt a thing. Okay, we got our salt, we got all that. Let's add in our soy sauce or whatever sauce this is. It's similar to the soy sauce. And this also calls for olive oil. We're going to be placing some olive oil in here as well. Or whatever kind of oil you like to use. Okay? Okay. Let's add in our brown sugar. Have that. Let's make sure we got everything added in. And let's add in some olive oil. This is going to be good. Maybe a couple of tablespoons of olive oil, y'all. And let's get that blended up and let's see what it looks like. Take it over here to my blender. I bring you guys, try not to make this video too long, so that's why I'm stopping and bring you guys back. So let's blend this up, and I'll bring you back when we get ready to put it over our chicken. See you in just a second. You guys, when I'm back, so I have everything blended up here. Let me get my kitchen clean just a little bit here. Guess I could have did this before I brought you guys back, but it's fine. Let's get our stuff closed up here. And what I'm going to do is, what I would like to do, I really want to add in some of this seasoning on top of my chicken. I think that's what I'm going to do. Just a little bit of this before I add in this. So I'm just going to sprinkle just a little bit of this jerk seasoning on top of the chicken. Not much. Let's add in our marinade sauce here. It smells good. So we're going to pour this over our chicken. And then we're going to let that marinate for about 2 hours. So man, I can take some of this. It's going to take all of this. Yeah. What I do if I like this recipe, and I'll probably make it again soon so that way I can go ahead and use this sauce here. Say what, honey?
Sugar?
I said, Where my gloves at? Okay. This is what it looked like, you guys. Can you see that? Let's get everything rubbed in good. We're going to cover this up with some saran wrap, plastic wrap, and put it in the freezer for about 2 hours. Let's get it mixed in good. Everything is covered. I hope I didn't mess this recipe up, but we're going to find out in a little bit when we get ready to eat it. So if you have any leftover seasoning sauce at the bottom, just leave it in there. Because what we're going to do is we're going to put this, when we get ready to put it in the oven, we're going to place it in the oven, let it cook, come back, turn it over, add some more of this sauce on it. We're going to do that like 2 or 3 times after it marinates in the freezer for about 2 hours. So it's okay if you see a lot of sauce at the bottom. You're going to end up using all of this. But what's in this container here, I'm going to put in a seal tight container and keep it, because I may do some more meat. This whatever kind of meat I do, I can use that on it if you like it. Okay, I think that might be good enough. So let's cover this up with some saran wrap and let's put it in the freezer for about 2 hours. And we'll come back, stick it on a baking sheet and put it in on a tray and put it in the oven. Let's cover this up. Let's see what we got here. Let me get this covered and I'll bring you guys right back. Let's cover this. Looks like I buy these already pre-cut, like the aluminum foil sometimes. This is about it, but I'm going to cover it with this. Let's cover this side here. Get a little more. Over the other side. So cover the whole pan with saran wrap and then stick it in the refrigerator for about 2 hours. And I'll bring you guys back in just a sec. Okay, you guys, and I'm back. So I've let my chicken marinate for about an hour and 15 minutes. It's best if you let it do it at least 2 hours. It's kind of late. I'm ready to go ahead and get it cooked. Put it in the oven and so, get everything done and over with. So the next time I decide to try this recipe, I'll just take it and let it marinate overnight. But at this point, I've kind of started kind of late getting everything prepared. So, what I'm getting ready to do now is I'm just taking this out of the oven. Make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just taking my chicken out of the oven. So at this point here, I have a baking sheet here. I have a baking sheet lined with some foil. I'll take this plastic rack off of our chicken. And we're going to get ready to put it on our cookie sheet and throw it in the oven. And let the oven do its thing. There it is. Okay, like I said, when you marinate the chicken, you're gonna have some sauce. If you have any sauce left over, just leave that in there, because I'm gonna put this in the oven on 375. I have my oven preheated to 375, and I'm going to cook this for about 30 minutes. Take it out, baste it, flip it over, and go back over it with this sauce here. So there is some sauce left, but we won't worry about that. We're gonna end up using this. By the time I get through basting, like I said, I'm going to do it about at least 4 times. I'm going to take this out of the oven at least 3 times. Right now we're going to stick it in the oven on 375 for about 30 minutes. When I get ready to take it out, I'll take it out, flip it over, add some sauce, and like I said, I'll do it about 2 or 3 times, maybe 3 at the most. We'll see how it looks at that point. But when I stick this in the oven, when I get ready to take this out, I'll bring you guys back and I'll let you see what it looks like, and we'll go from there. I'll see you guys back in just a second. Okay, you guys, when I'm back, so it's been 30 minutes, and I'm getting ready to take the chicken out of the oven. I'm gonna flip it over. Let's flip it over. Let's add some more sauce on it. First 30 minutes of it. Okay, let's get our sauce that I said was left over. Let's add it on there. Take our sauce that was left inside of our pan. Cover the chicken with it. Jerk chicken. Okay. Let's give it another 30 minutes. Stick it back in the oven. 30 more minutes. I'll bring you guys back. Okay, you guys, and I'm back. So it's been another 30 minutes. A total of 1 hour so far. And so let's take this out and see what it looks like and see if we need to add. Okay, so the sauce is starting to stick to the bottom of the cookie sheet or the pan, which is fine. That's what it does. So we're going to take the rest of our sauce, our marinade sauce, and put it on the chicken. Let's set this off. Okay, let's take this. Just a little bit left. I'm going to take this. Baste it again. This is the last little bit of marinara sauce here. Take it and go over it. And then we're going to flip it over one last time for 15 more minutes, which will be a total of an hour and 15 minutes. Now I'm going to tell you this. I've never cooked this before, and I hope it don't taste like it smells, because I really don't like the smell of this. Neither does my family, so we're going to see how this turns out. See how it turns out. Let's see how it turns out. So it's my first time trying it. I hope it's good. That's what I was making some homemade subs tonight, and I was going to have some wingettes with this. So at least if we don't like this, it has sticking to the pan. If we don't like it, then we can just eat our subs. I don't think this is gonna let me flip it over. Maybe I should put a little oil at the bottom of this. It looks like it's done. I'm going to put a little oil at the bottom of the pan. So the next time, if it's good, I'm going to try this again. And what I do is, I'm going to taste it so bad. Just that little piece tastes pretty good. Might be pretty good, y'all. Man, it don't taste like it smells. I'm gonna stick it back in the oven about 15 more minutes, and we're gonna be eating this with our subs, okay? See you guys back in a second. Okay, you guys, and I'm back. So it's been almost 15 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and take this out of the oven and turn my oven off. And this is our jerk chicken. I'm making the sub to go with this. Once I get everything plated, I'll bring you guys back and I'll let you see what it looks like.